Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, thank you for being here. My name is Mandy and I'm so glad you are joining me today. I am going to show you a step in my meal planning today that I feel like we don't really get to see a lot of in real life, because it's just hard to show all the different steps of what we all do. So one of the steps that I feel like is really helpful is kind of writing down. I mean, for me, I have to write it down. Some people can just kind of do it, but writing down the different things that you have to do for your meals. For now, I know this video is kind of a combo, so it's not just a meal plan with me, but it is also showing you my favorite note page, brain dump lists, whatever you want to use it for. But sometimes just having straight up lines is perfect and what I need, but sometimes I need a little bit of a sectioned off type of note page. And I designed this one. I've actually designed one where these boxes aren't here as well, which I don't know if I've put that out there just yet as I'm filming this video, but I'm trying to get it out there. Yeah, it's just a fun page and I wanted to share it with you guys. And instead of just showing you or talking about how I would use it, I thought I would actually show you how I'm going to use it for my meal planning this week. It's not just my meal planner. I do different ways of meal planning. I actually meal plan on my phone. I write everything down in my notes because that's usually what I have when I'm able to sit down with a cookbook or look online. I don't always have my planner with me when I meal plan, but when I do have it with me, I can definitely write things down. But it's always nice to have in my phone, because if I'm out and about with the kids and I don't have my planner on me in the moment, I have the plan in my phone and I can look at it and see what I am up for making for dinner for that week. Another thing I want to mention as I go over this and combining one of my favorite note pages with a way of planning, like meal planning, is we are not the type of family that says Monday we are actually going to have this, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and stick to it. We just don't. Probably because I don't. Sometimes I feel like different things. Sometimes I don't feel like cooking that. Sometimes I feel like cooking and I don't want to make it an easier cooking night. So if I actually feel like doing all the steps. And then another thing that I want to mention too is that because I am home with the kids now for about a couple years now, it's probably about 2 years, fully home all the time with them. Not to say I'm not busy, but I am actually home and able to do some things on a Monday. I have changed up my system to do meal prep Mondays instead of Sundays. I used to try to pressure myself to get it all in on a Sunday. However, the way my lifestyle works out is I get a lot more done where I have my husband's help on Sundays for stuff like this, and then I can be home on Mondays and do some meal prep. So this page is going to kind of be motivated by that system. But having a day where you can prep quite a few different things for your week, whether it's a Monday or a Sunday or a random Thursday, whatever day it is, I think is so helpful. And I think using a note page like this is going to help me with my meal prep and getting it ready to go. As I'm filming this on a Sunday and tomorrow is Monday, it's my meal prep Monday. It's going to really help me get as much done as I can. It's going to help me have an idea of what I am going to make for dinners, the options that we're going to have. And I have been known to plan some things and not follow through and find out that I wasted some food, and I absolutely don't like that. I just forget what I planned sometimes, so that this way it's going to help me to have less food waste as well. A plan is always helpful. So I'm going to go ahead and write some things down. I might do a little bit of decorating to kind of section off some spaces. And in this, I want you guys to see how I love that these note pages are very versatile. You can use them in so many different ways, and I'm also going to show you how else I use them. Let me actually show you how I have used them so far. I love having these printed on the other side of my weekly, and sometimes I don't want them printed on the other side of my weekly because I might need to get rid of the weekly and they're still in there, which is why one of my older weeks is in here. But I love using these pages for a little decoration, some motivation, and this one is specifically for Etsy, this one's specifically for YouTube. I have one specifically for homeschool. Let me show you that. This is for my plans for May for homeschool. So I like to use these monthly. I like to use them weekly. I like to use them for however long I need them for. It's nice for something that you don't necessarily like want to be done after a week. Does that make sense? And I use them for dailies as well. But today I am going to kind of go with the idea of this. This will be for the week, and it'll basically be my somewhat of a meal planner and things that I'm going to need to do on Meal Prep Monday. So first I'm going to go ahead and write down the meals. Again, these aren't assigned to any days. They're just my meal ideas. Let me make sure you can see. So yeah, we have tostadas. That's an easy meal. I'm already thinking in my head could be on a busy weeknight. We also have Italian sausage sheet pan. Now to help myself, I'm going to put some boxes. So as we make them, I'll check them off throughout the week. Okay, so this is basically the list that I have kind of done some research on throughout this last week. I like to start by Wednesday or even earlier if I see a meal or something that looks fun to make, or an idea that we've been, wanting to, so it just sounds good kind of thing. Or I'll sit down with my stack of cookbooks from the library and get some ideas. Now, a lot of these are new to me, and I would never recommend like doing all new recipes or anything, but many of them are supposed to be on the simple side. As you can see, I have a lot of sheet pan stuff going on. So something supposed to be somewhat simple. I have a lot of chicken happening here. We bought some chicken that I don't want to freeze unless, I have to. And I've made some of these recipes, maybe not particularly, like for example, ST for me is Skinny Taste because that's the cookbooks I have, or PW I have for Pioneer Woman. I put Pin for Pinterest. So I kind of like to abbreviate where I'm getting my recipes from. And I didn't put one here, but I know I think that might be Pioneer Woman. It's either Pioneer Woman or Skinny Taste. I'll have to look into that. So just kind of writing down different notes, you guys, on here is just nice to have that little section. Now, what I'm going to do now is here I'm going to use for my lunches. I'm going to, let's see, just write down a few different options. Most likely there will be some leftovers, but in case there's not, I have some tofu that I need to cook up and stuff. So I'm going to write down some options real quick here. Okay, so that's going to be some lunches, just some options or ideas. I can even write down I like to write down some high protein snacks just in case I forget them or need to do some kind of prep. So I'm going to kind of use this section for snacks. Okay, so the other thing that I know I need to write down for myself, and this is going to be a big help tomorrow on my Meal Prep Monday, is writing down the different things that I need to do. Now, I never have a good 2 to 3 hours to just meal prep, or if I do, I don't usually want to use those 2 to 3 hours to do that. It's just not the way that I want to use like the afternoon of my Sunday or anything. It's just not that relaxing to me. Usually I like to eat food that is still warm, or so it's just not the the way I like to do things. So since I am home, I'm taking advantage of that, and although it's going to be a pretty busy day, I think that I am going to be more productive when I can do things throughout the day that are going to help with meal prep. Another challenge I always have when I'm meal prepping is when I'm trying to use too many skillets, like I'm using all 4 burners and I need another one, or I'm trying to bake too much and things are taking longer to bake than it says they're supposed to bake because I'm putting like 3 different types of meats in the oven. Like, let me know if you guys have those challenges as well. Sounds easy. Let's just make, oh, I'm going to use the oven. Let's go ahead and bake all the meat. But you really need to tack on more time for baking then. And sometimes I just don't know about mixing it. I don't know. Like it's just, So throughout the day on Monday, I am going to do things. So I think I'm just going to kind of make a list. I'm going to look over my meals here. I'm going to make a list and I'm going to just try to prep some things throughout the day. So that way Monday night's dinner is pretty much going to be ready early. And the rest of the week is going to have minimal things to do throughout the week because some of the things are going to already be done. So that's what I'm going to do over here, and that's going to be how I'm using this page, you guys. So this page, I love it. It's super helpful for brain dumps, list making, guiding yourself, whatever you need. I love these pages. So you guys, what do you think? It looks like a long list, I know, and it does feel like a long list, but if I hadn't put this down on a piece of paper, I would probably have been so overwhelmed when I just went into the kitchen and thought, what am I supposed to do? So it's going to make it a whole lot easier to bake this chicken, and then afterwards just know that I need to shred half. I have to slice some onions for this French onion soup. It's going to help so much if I just, possibly do that. I mean, slicing them and then the day of, I can just put them in the oven or in the in the pot and just, start the soup. Slicing sounds easy, but it takes me a while. Making the brown rice during the baking can be happening. And then maybe if I'm tired at that point, like I'll only have a few other things to do. Sometimes I do some prep over the weekend, like cutting up my veggies and making smoothie bags just so they're ready to go. But if I don't get to them, I know in my head, like Monday throughout the day, I'll be doing some of these things. So I actually will start some of these in the morning. Last week, I didn't start it until I did had my workout time, which was from 3 to 4. And it worked out really well that I had just baked some chicken. I think last week I ended up having to make brown rice as well. I made noodles for the week. I didn't put that here, but yeah, I have noodles happening too. So anything you can do, not Alfredo. Anything you can do ahead of time is so helpful. And like I said, I don't like eating food cold, but boiling the noodles, fettuccine is what I'm trying to do here. boiling the noodles is not a big deal. Just leave them a little al dente. Don't cook them all the way through. Little things like that, and I think it's so helpful, and it's so encouraging that throughout the week you have already have like half your food done. Even if it's boiling rice for 20 minutes, sometimes I just don't have, I didn't give myself that time, I should say. I had it, I just didn't give myself that time. So having this even written out, even if I didn't do meal prep Mondays, but having a list of things that kind of need to get done beforehand is so helpful. So I realize this video may be getting a little bit long, but I thought it'd be helpful to show you guys how I kind of, a step in my meal planning process that doesn't really usually get seen or talked about too much. And then my most favorite notes page. So if you want to stick around, I'm going to go ahead and silence it here, put some music on, and decorate this a little bit because I have a few minutes before the kids get home. And I just really need some labels here, you know, and some motivation and inspiration here. So what I have is my Year to Shine Happy Planner sticker book. And I have one my friend gave me, Life is So Lovely. This little sticker book here I thought would be fun for spring, and I'm gonna decorate this a little bit for motivation this week. Okay, you guys, so again, super fun page. I could do this with probably any category I have going on in my life, and that's why I love these pages. I've even been known to like split this list up into different sections as well. I love that I can decorate. I love that I can use every single section if I really need to write something and that much down. One more thing I wanted to mention with these pages too, you guys, is I just keep a few of them double-sided in the back of my daily section of my planner, so I can grab them whenever I need them. A lot of times I mean you can just keep them anywhere obviously, but I think it's just really helpful to have them in that section. And I leave them there, or like for example this one I'm gonna go ahead and put in my home section. I have recently created this here, and actually I'm trying to think, do I want it in my home or do I want it in my dailies? Because I'm going to need it very soon. I would recommend for myself, I'm gonna put it actually right next to my dailies or my weekly catch-all, and then I do like to keep these for future reference, so it's gonna end up going in my home section. So as I prepare for my planner for the week, I just kind of put them up front here, and then I keep going and going until I am completely prepared and ready to just open up my planners. If you enjoyed this video, again, please give it a big thumbs up for me. Subscribe if you haven't already, and join me here at this channel, and I hope to see you guys for the next one. Have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day. Bye.